What up, YouTube? It's Denny in Saigon. Thanks for watching my video. My name is Denny. I'm an American expat. I live in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. If you're an American, I'm on the other side of the world. In January, it'll be 2 years that I've lived here. And I was in Cambodia for 6 months before that. I love Vietnam. I love living here. It's a really nice place to be. I came here really to meet a girl. The number one reason that I left the USA is because I wanted to meet an Asian girl, and not online. I met a lot of girls online. When I came to Asia, I actually had a girlfriend from Asia online, but it didn't work out. I kind of figured maybe it wouldn't. Online relationships, you know, it's okay to meet somebody online, but then you got to meet them in person, or otherwise there's, you know, you can't build a real relationship online. So I decided to come over here and live, and I started working here, and I've had several girlfriends. I had one recently. We broke up, and I might find another, or else I'll get back together with my old girlfriend. I don't know. Let's see if I can do this without getting myself killed. This is kind of a treacherous place to drive. Maybe you can tell I'm just holding my phone in my hand while I make these videos. It's no problem. It's not hard to drive, but not when you go slow and it's not raining. It can be hard to drive here. I did fall Saturday because it was raining so damn hard, and there was actually trash. You know, all the trash you see along the roads, it floats around in the road when it's raining super hard. And I was looking for a coffee shop, but there was none near where I was, and a big trash bag floated right in front of me, and I tried to stop, and I kind of fell. I think I pulled a tendon in my back or something. I'm okay now. I was feeling sore Sunday, but... So, if you do come here and you decide to get a motorbike to drive around, you should be fit. You might not be fit for long, because you could have an accident. I broke my arm last year when I first got here. This very motorbike right here that's all taped together, I've dropped it about 4 times. I broke my arm one time. That was the only time I got hurt. You got to maneuver traffic here, and it's tricky. You get used to it. It has a flow. And the flow is this. You go and they stop, and they go and you stop. And that's how it's supposed to work. The most aggressive person wins. The other person stops. And as long as you can stop in time, you shouldn't have any trouble. I did see a couple bodies on the highway the other night. That's in one of my videos, one of my previous videos. You see that from time to time. People do a lot of dumb stuff here. And these people were, it was a guy and a girl, and they were out on the bridge where they were not supposed to be with the cars and the buses, and probably going pretty fast. They haul all kinds of stuff down the road here on the back of some motorbikes, as you can see, and a lot of it will fall off, and it'll be laying in the road somewhere. So it's just one more thing for you to watch out for. Here's the market, and there's always a lot of stuff going on here. Looks like you can get everything you want here. I don't really go to these kind of markets that much, but my girlfriend used to go. She does go a lot. My ex-girlfriend, whatever. Yeah, so I came here to meet a girl. I did not come to escape the USA, even though that is nice to escape the USA. The USA, you know, the West has a lot of problems. They don't have a lot of these problems here. You look up in the sky, you see that? Those are all natural clouds. They do not spray here. There's no chemtrailing. There's no geoengineering. None of that. So the skies are normal here. And when the planes land, there's no contrail that's covering the sky. And I'm being facetious because it's not a contrail, obviously. Some things about the USA I do not miss. But no, I was not escaping the USA. That's not why I came here. Sometimes people kind of think that I was running away from the USA. Not really. It's nice to be away from it, but I have a kid there. I have 3 kids there, really. 2 grown daughters and a son who's 16. And I have grandsons. They kind of, you know, draw me back, but that's how it goes. I'm gonna go the back way because I don't really like taking this highway. It gets pretty crowded with trucks and stuff. See, watch how I do this. This is how you go. You just ease on over, and they will stop, or if they don't, we will crash. And that's how it works here in Vietnam. Here's another Vinmart where I can get my Sprite, usually. Sometimes they're out, right? Because there's not a lot of people in District 12 buying Sprite. It's usually just Denny, maybe a couple more people. Sprite is not that popular here. 7-Up is everywhere. Coke products are everywhere. I don't like dark cola, man. Dark cola is nasty. It takes the rust off your bumper. I don't really want to drink it. I used to drink Mountain Dew when I was a kid, of course. I did lose a lot of weight when I moved to Cambodia. I was eating rice every day. You will lose weight if you do that. I was eating rice and walking really far. I didn't ride a motorbike in Cambodia. It's a little more... For one thing, motorbikes are more expensive in Cambodia. For anybody who says that they're cheaper, they're totally full of shit. I've lived in both places. A motorbike in Cambodia is going to cost you $1,000. You're not going to touch one cheaper than that. And especially if you're a foreigner. But here, you can pick one up for $100. You can pick up a motorbike here for... Dudes, the best way to pick up a motorbike here, I'm telling you, is probably the foreigners and the expats. There's plenty of Vietnamese selling motorbikes, but don't expect them, even though they're very nice people, they're very kind, don't expect them to cut you the best deal in the world on a motorbike or something like that, okay? They're not gonna. But there are expats all the time who are leaving town. They gotta go, they're moving out, they're not coming back or whatever, and they're in a hurry to sell their motorbikes. This is common. It's all the time. I was on Bui Vien the other day and I seen a dude walking around with a sign that said, motorbike must sell $200 or make offer or something. He was giving it away. And you see that all the time. So motorbikes are not expensive, and you don't really have to have a license. You can if you want. You know, you can get pulled over and they might not say a thing about it, which has happened to me several times. I've been pulled over, they didn't say nothing about not having a license. I showed them my American license. That was all they cared about. They didn't care about my Vietnamese license, but they will take a little money from you probably. Or, you know, who knows what. They may pull you over one day and say you got to have one, and they may flip out on you. I don't know. I get the sense that Vietnam is nothing like the USA in that they are very laid back here. They don't stress out. They don't flip out on you. The cops are not gonna... They're not gonna act like you have a body in your trunk if you were, you know, drinking or whatever. They're not gonna rifle through your bags when they pull you over and consider you a terrorist threat and all this other stuff. They're not gonna do that here. They don't have gang problems and gang violence. They don't have too many shootings in Vietnam. It's nothing like home. This is a city of 16 million people, and it's I guarantee there are more shootings in Fort Wayne, Indiana than there are in Saigon. See, she's making freshly squeezed juice. They have a lot of fruit here. You can get smoothies. They're not expensive, and you can get juice and fruit and course, every kind of meat, probably. Every kind, more kind of meat than you want to eat, probably. I hope none of that's dog. They do have dog here. It's not like for sale on the side of the road that I've ever seen, but they do have restaurants that serve just dog. I actually stopped at one time in District 2 when I was by myself. I don't really like to stop by myself because I can't, especially when I first came, I couldn't read the menu. And I stopped and I asked for a menu, and turned out all they served was dog. So I got a beer and I left. I'm not into eating dog or cat. Denny likes chickens, cows, and pigs. I'm not too much into fish. There's plenty of fish here. If you like fish, this is the place to be. Seafood is the thing here. They got a lot of super nice seafood restaurants. You can pick your food live. So check out all this fruit. And it is good too. They got lots of dragon fruit. It's pretty good. If you live in the States, you probably never tasted dragon fruit. And bananas out the yin-yang here. And they got women's clothes. Women in the West can't wear them, usually. The women here are much more fit than the ladies in the West. They're slender and sexy. They're particularly good looking here. The women are gorgeous, to be honest with you. About half the women in Vietnam have the nicest pair of legs you ever saw on a lady. Hats everywhere. There are hats everywhere. All over the road there are hats in Vietnam. There's a hat every half a kilometer. There's a hat on the ground. They don't have a lot of like dead animals here though, which is really, I see rats sometimes. Even in the city I see rats trying to cross the road. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. But they don't have like, you know, like roadkill. Like back in the USA we got a lot of roadkill. Indiana, you know, there's carcasses everywhere. You don't see that here. Pretty much never. Halloween, they like Halloween here. I've seen Halloween masks. They like the USA. They like Western influence, but what I like about this culture is it's a conservative culture, and of course it changes much slower than in the West. The West, the culture is driven to change by a lot of factors, a lot of influences. They don't have those influences here. They don't have fake news media. If they got propaganda, it's nowhere near the level of intensity of the USA. The public is not divided on every little issue here. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. I'm Denny in Saigon, and you can like and subscribe if you feel like it. It's very kind of you. Anyways, have a nice day.